Since its launch in 1996, the Polaris Sportsman has been the ultimate ATV for outdoor enthusiasts, farmers, and thrill seekers alike. Designed to handle any terrain, the Sportsman was a game changer in the ATV world. It offered unmatched power, durability, and comfort. Over the decades, Polaris has continually raised the bar, introducing innovative features like electronic fuel injection, all-wheel drive, and industry-leading suspension. It was the pioneer for ATVs with CVT transmissions. This led the entire industry to follow suit. The Sportsman isn't just an ATV, it's a legacy of exploration and hard work. So this is where I introduce my new ride, a sleek red monster of a 2012 Sportsman 400.
So maybe it's not a monster like I just mentioned, but I got a smoke and deal on it, and even if I decided I wanted to part it out, I would definitely still get my money's worth. So I figured I had nothing to lose here. The oil leak can sometimes be a question mark, you don't really know, but the fact that the previous owner was quoted $5,000 in repairs, and knowing that I can get these engines, pick up a used one for much less than that, I figured that I might have gotten a bit of a steal here. With that being said, this is work that I'd be doing myself, so if I were to pay somebody else to do this at a shop, I'm sure it probably wouldn't cost up into the thousands to get done. And as you'll see in the future, there's a little bit more to this bike than meets the eye in terms of what needs done to it. So anyways, to get started, I did end up ripping all the plastics off of it, try and get a better look at the engine and the oil leak, figure out where all of that was stemming from.
So if you look there, you can see there's a hole in the camshaft cover. So I wonder what would have caused that. So the best way to tell is we're going to have to take the valve cover off. We'll take that camshaft cover off and just see what kind of damage is there on the top end. And we'll keep going from there.
So after popping off the valve cover, we were able to take a closer look. Everything underneath checked out. The cam, the valves, and the springs all seem to be in working order, no issues there. Next we move on to the side cover, and that's the one that obviously has the visible hole in it. As we started taking it off, pieces just started falling out, and as you may know, that's not supposed to happen. So those pieces that fell out were actually part of the decompression mechanism. That decompression mechanism was a smoking gun. It had blown apart, punching a hole straight through the side cover, which caused the oil leak. I was able to get a new side cover for $20 off Marketplace. A guy was parting out his engine, and I am not going to replace that decompression mechanism. The engine can start fine without it, so I'm leaving it the way it is. Next, I moved over to the flywheel side. Started by taking off the rest of the plastic so I could access the flywheel cover. Once the cover was off, I rotated the engine to get it at the top dead center. With the engine at top dead center, I went ahead and adjusted the valves, made sure all the clearances were spot on and up to spec. That way, when it came time to start it, there wouldn't be anything left standing in the way of it running smoothly. Alright, let's see what happens if I turn it over. There we go. So it runs no problem. Works. Still, I guess we can start working at that front diff there a little bit. Alright, so a little bit of a closer look here at this prop shaft. If you take a look, you can hear that obviously. But also, if you look up here, I think the seal is toast too. You can see how much it moves in there. We want to pull that front diff and see what's going on there. I'm sure it's the bearing. At least the first bearing there and seal are gone. So let's get started on that.